So when I first heard about this event that's going on, I'm like, this is so powerful. We've got to get everybody involved into the studio. So Zaretha is with the Sacramento Realtist Association. She's the treasurer. We also have Juan Lashley in here, board of director and member of the Sacramento Realtist Association. Miss Sheila Bennett, president of the Sacramento Realtist Association. Donnell, president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. That's Donnell Williams of the NAREB. And Laura Washington, also of the NAREB, who's part of the civic engagement. She's the chair. Now, this big event that is going on, and I know that it is going to be something that everybody is going to want to take a listen to, because just the theme of it coincides with Money Talks Radio, and that is Millionaire Mindset
Millionaire
Bootcamp.
Mindset.
What I like about you, Thaxter, is you talk about, you know what, anybody can be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Anybody.
It's all right.
You can take those steps. We do the penny challenge, and that penny challenge is when we say, you know what, you may want to do that investment, but with your nickels, dimes, and quarters, we know that so many of us live paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
But we'll go into that 8 p.m. or 7-Eleven. Next thing you know, you got a nickel, dime, and a quarter on the dresser. And if you start adding that up, and if you join our disciplinary tool, the penny challenge, at the end, you will have a result of $667.95. And we said, what if 1,000 of our listeners came together? And then we put that as the down payment on a commercial building investment, right?
That's right. That's right. The narrative changes in the community.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do, is we try to take the conversation and change the narrative from who shot who,
right,
to actually investing.
And how important is this
right
to the community to understand the investment side?
The community from which I come,
yeah,
it's almost it's corporate suicide if we don't.
Because, you know, we talk about it all the time. I don't care whether you play football, basketball, baseball. If you are sitting on the bench, as we say, if you ride in the pine,
right,
you're not in the game. You're not going to be able to score any points. You're not going to be able to hit a home run.
Right.
You're not going to be able to score a touchdown.
But it's easy to have a conversation from the bench as if you're playing.
And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our community off the bench and into the game with this great boot camp that's going on. Zaretha, tell me a little about the basis of this boot camp and what folks can expect.
Well, first of all, Lee, I want to thank you and TA for allowing us to be here today. And I'm going to let our very special guest in the house talk about what's going on. He's dynamic. He's come into his role as president with a big bang. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the 31st president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, Mr. Donnell T. Williams, all the way from New Jersey.
New Jersey, give a round of applause up in this house. New Jersey. Yeah. This is when you know that you really have a heart and you care about the community. So tell me, how do you feel being here in Sacramento and what's about to happen?
Well, I'm ecstatic about being here. I'm pleased with what this, I'm glad to be a part. We have to take action.
Yeah.
We have to take action. Real estate is the way we as a people build wealth. It's our primary way.
Yeah.
Not like a lot of people are leaving us stocks and bonds and what have you. So I'm excited to be part of this Millionaire Mindset Boot Camp that's happening this weekend. I'm going to be here the entire weekend. I don't get home till Sunday, so I'm excited. I'm excited about the opportunity to serve.
Just the title in itself, as we think positive, and then I said earlier, you are what you're going to be around. You are what you think. So the mindset, that's the theme of this. You got to have a mindset to be a millionaire. How do we develop the mindset for our listeners?
Well, education.
Yeah.
We have to begin with education. We have to, in my speech, when I first got inaugurated August 1st, I said, hey, this has to be taught and spoken about at the dinner table, the Christmas, the holiday table, over the lecterns, the pastors, the grand masters, the presidents of the sorors and the chapters and the frats. Everybody in the village has to take a stand.
I appreciate that. The fact when you say everybody in the village, don't think that it doesn't apply to you, because I always use the bees as an example, because there's that bee that's just getting the honey. You got all the workers, and then the queen ain't working like the rest of the bees. Everybody can't be the queen. A lot of us have to be the busy bees.
Correct.
We've got to make it happen. I may just have for lack of a better expression, just an average salary. But what could you do with an average salary?
Once you prepare your budget, you get down to your budget, then you can actually see. Most of us don't know how much we spend on cigarettes, beer, wine, hairdos and hair don'ts. We need to figure that out. How much we spend in expendable cash.
Oh, we talk all the time on Money Talks about that. A pair of Jordans, that's $265.
Right.
Or you go out and you get whatever it may be. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes who's listening right now. Because get your things. I mean, you work to acquire, but don't let that acquisition not be of anything of substance. That's where we start. Is that right?
That is totally correct. We have to create assets.
Baxter.
And
That large component, which piggybacks off what he just said, which is this: your money. Once you get your budget together, that money that's left over is no longer money; it's capital. Because money you spend for consumer products, for your physiological needs, your food, water,
Say that
shelter.
again. The money you spend.
Yeah, for your consumer products.
Right.
That's how we've fallen into conspicuous consumption, because we become so used to just spending. But when you take the word money, different content to it, it is designed to do just what he's talking about: create that millionaire mind.
When it comes to being able to separate, and you as a listener, do you separate your money and your capital? Have you even thought about that? And that's where you need to get your mind set. And then you're prepared for being the Millionaires Club.
that's right. And we have to start young.
Yeah.
Because our young people are purchasing the car and not thinking about the house.
Right. Oh, I want that BMW.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get that little Mercedes. Oh, I got to get that Dodge Charger. And I got to get the wheels on it.
Exactly.
It costs more than the car.
Exactly.
And they're on it now.
Right
Yeah.
now, there are 1.7 million black millennials that make over $100,000 a year
Yeah.
that do not own a home.
Yeah.
That's a violation.
Yeah.
They need a summons, a ticket. They need to be called on the carpet.
Hello.
So I designed housethenthecar.com
Yeah.
to begin to change the mindset.
I like it.
Okay?
I love it.
It's going to be spoken about over the pulpit, the lecterns, the dinner tables, everywhere. Housethenthecar.com.
So we've got to get this rolling. What's the date? When are we pulling?
The Millionaire Mindset begins, which is,
I think we've got it going on Friday, right?
is it Friday?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is Friday. Friday and Saturday.
And it's got the Union Baptist Church, and that's going to be in Vallejo. And if you want more information, Zaretha, I'm going to pull you back to the microphone. For folks that want more information on this event, how do they get in contact with anyone, or when it comes to being able to go to a website, where can they find the information that they're looking for?
Well, they can register at it's careb.eventbrite.com. That's CAREB dot to me. My number is 916-601-7653.
Okay, so now you know your number is out there.
Don't be calling me with no craziness now.
But somebody's driving along and they're looking for their pen right now. The pen ran out. Run and get a pencil. What's that number again?
The number is actually 916-601-SOLD, SOLD.
That's businesswoman.
You see her, she caught herself.
Yeah. She came correct.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. We're so honored to be able to have you in Sacramento. And for those youngsters that may be listening, or even our seniors that may be listening, it's not too late, as we say all the time, to get in the game.
It's not too late at all. The average age of the African American who purchased a home, according to the Freddie Mac study, is 48 years. 48 years and older.
Yeah.
That's too late for us.
Yeah.
We have to start early, so we've got to change that mindset. We've got to change that conversation. That's why we had the national conversation at the Congressional Black Caucus last Tuesday. And we're going to have those type of conversations locally across the country beginning today.
Well, when you mentioned the National Black Caucus, I know Jay King was in D.C. last year. So the wheels are rolling. Last week, I should say. The wheels are rolling for this community to happen. There are some exciting things that's on the horizon, and this is where it begins. You got to have the Millionaires Mindset. You got the boot camp all set. Anybody else that would like to share that's in the microphone? Let's see. Sheila Bennett, President of Sacramento Realtist. Welcome to the show, Sheila.
Oh, nice to be here, Lee. Thanks for having us.
We are so glad, and all the conversation that you...
I just want to add, first of all, that I'm really excited about the house then the home.
House then the car.
The house in the car. I always say that because I think of Luther Vandross, but house is not a home. House in the Car
Yeah.
initiative, it's really hot, and that's something that we're going to be pushing here.
Yeah.
And the Sacramento chapter is one of the elected chapters that will help push that initiative. In addition to that, we have a huge event coming up here in Sacramento next week on the 26th. And so we're calling all Black business organizations in the Sacramento area to come and join us. It's a networking event hosted by the Sacramento Realtist. It's our wine, chocolate, and cheese elevated networking event.
Wine, chocolate, and cheese.
Wine, chocolate, and cheese. So the event will take place at the bank, which is 629 J Street. And it's going to be on the mezzanine level. The guests will enjoy quality wines, cheese, and chocolates. But we're going to have all the Black organizations. We're inviting them all to come and join us so we can network and do more business together.
Well, we certainly appreciate you sharing that information. We'll have to have you come. We appreciate all of you coming in and being able to talk. And Zaretha, Sheila, Donnell, before we close it out, I definitely want to be able to say there's someone that's listening thinking, well, this doesn't apply to me. I don't make enough money, or my credit isn't good enough. What would you say to those folks?
Well, first of all, I would say that you have to take the first step, because if you never do anything, you won't do anything. So we get people like that all the time. We have them come in for a consultation, and then we let them know what is needed. So we just want people to at least take the first step to investigate.
So in other words, don't think that you may not make enough money. Don't think that your credit score is too low, because your credit score may be, you may qualify. You may have the resources to do it. You just don't know. And when you're thinking about a down payment, maybe you got a little 401k that you can borrow against. There are so many different resources, but you got to have professionals such as yourselves.
And we, the NAREB, just signed an agreement for down payment assistance.
Oh,
Okay,
there
$50
you go.
million in down payment.
Oh, there you go. There you
I
go.
just negotiated with two
See?
companies to give down.
Listen, this is 97.5, Sacramento's #1 community radio station. Sheila, I'm going to give you another chance to add just a little more.
Okay, I just want to say I hear so many young people saying that they don't want to make the commitment to own a home. But if you're willing to commit to a lease agreement and pay someone else's mortgage, why not pay your own?
I love it. I love it. 97.5, Sacramento's #1 community radio station. Any final words, Zaretha?
I just want to say thank you so much, and we appreciate you having us on the show.
We appreciate you and doing what you do, businesswoman, but I pay attention. I'm watching every time someone is having an event. This provided by Gorey and Thompson Real Estate. That's giving back to the community, and I thank you so much, and I love that. Donnell, thank you again, and I certainly appreciate that you continue to keep that mindset of millionaires and increase these boot camps across the country, and thanks for coming to our region.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thaxter,
Yes,
Monday
sir.
nights, Money Talks.
Yes, sir.
Why is it so important to come back and listen on Monday?
It circles back to this conversation right here, because that's what we continue to do. I mean, the first true essence of human society is the family, and family must have shelter.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have shelter, and what we say, whether you rent or whether you buy,
You got to pay for the place you occupy.
let's do it. Let's go. Let's get
You
the
come back and join
mindset
us
together.
for Money Talks, where you can hear about our stock watch.
That's right.
We started looking at Twitter almost over 2 years
Yep,
ago.
Yep.
And
April 14th.
had you invested
$14.30.
your penny challenge monies, the $667.95, we think we approximated that. So can you imagine if you continued with this? So come back and join us, Money Talks on 97.5 KDEE, Monday at 8 o'clock. Thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate it. We're going to get back to the music. Roses are red. Get that finger snapping sound on 97.5 KDEE.